Hi friends, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my channel, The Faint Ginger. As discussed in the last video, I am back with the second video regarding the UK universities, how to go for a course. Now, what are the important questions asked in the UK university interview? So, whenever you go for a program, let's say cybersecurity pen testing, you get a conditional offer letter from the university. So there are conditions that you need to meet, like you have the desired marks in the English language, then you pass the university interview, and then need to fulfill other criteria like transferring the fees. So we'll talk about those things later. So first of all, what are the common university interview questions asked once you apply for a university in the UK, and how to go for them? I also faced this interview once I applied for my masters in UK. So we'll discuss about these things. So first important thing, the first important question that is asked is, tell me about yourself. You must have heard about these questions a lot of times if you have ever applied for a interview, okay, or you have done some internship before any company selects you, or okay, and they give you an opportunity, okay, so they will definitely ask this first question, tell me about yourself. So these universities in UK also, they will ask this question. I know sometimes you think that this is very easy, I can speak about myself, but it's very important to be prepared for these things, okay. So if you're not prepared, small things will also become difficult. So how to go about this question, okay. You should focus on other things, okay. So there are a lot of you can talk about what you have done in your academics, but it's important to focus on other things when once you talk about yourself, okay. Don't, if you have worked for 5 6 companies, don't go ahead and describe all that experience in the interview. That is not a good thing. So tell something else, okay, which the interviewer doesn't know, okay. He might have your resume in front of him or her, so it's good to talk about some other things. So keep it always point to point, okay, like in 4 to 5 sentences. It you should, if he's asking you something and you are just going on and it's not making sense, so it should be point to point, crisp, and which is making sense. Prepare some examples. So if you're talking something that's outside the college or school, what you have done there, so prepare some examples. Let's say uh, I love reading books, okay, or I love playing musical instruments. So gives an example which musical instrument you have played, okay, or is there any concert where you went and played that musical instrument. So talk about these things, okay. So interview wants to know what you have done other than activities in your school or college. So second important question is, why do you want to study this course, okay. So this is one of the most common questions asked at university. They just want to focus that why you are enrolling for this program in the university, why you applied for that program. Okay. So they want to know your interest, and they also want to make sure that you are the right person who has picked the who has who has picked the right program. Okay. So how to answer these questions? So you can discuss how the program that you have applied for will help you reach your professional objectives, right? So whenever we go for higher studies, we always think that how is going to help us. If you are going for master, so you can tell the interviewer that I have done my graduation in finance, okay, now I'm doing masters in finance, so it's related to my subject, and it's related to my subject, and it will help me later once you think of a well long term goal in UK, right? Then you can talk about how you will enjoy the subject because it's of your interest, and how you can enjoy that subject, how the course is related to your subject, as I discussed earlier, because you have done your graduation in the same course. So my masters in finance is also related to that, so that interviewer knows that you have picked the right subject. Next important thing, why do you Why did you choose this university? This is also one of the most frequently asked questions whenever the admissions team considers student in the selection process. So this is one of the most important questions asked by the interviewer. So how to answer this question? So it's very important to go on the website for that particular university and check the facilities that they're providing. Okay, what are the facilities? Let us say the library is 24 by 7. Okay, then they have the basketball court, and then they have some cricket ground, then they have what do you say, the laboratories that are related to your subject. Let us say you are from network background, they have these laboratories, or where they have placed all the equipments related to your subject, the routers, the switches. Okay, so you can talk about those things, the facilities that are available. So you can also talk about the method, okay, through which they're educating or teaching your subject. So you should also say that the method by which the university educates their students is very good. We have seen that it's mostly based on face to face and lab experience, and there are some online facilities also, but uh, majorly the university is focused on face to face teaching. Okay, which gives the freedom, which also what brings the best of the student, because students are going to the university, they are interacting with other students and they're interacting with the teachers. So it gives the right balance, it provides the right balance to the student, right? Then you can talk about the university rank, what are the awards they have got, how they are different compared to other universities. So you should check about all these things on the university website, you'll find all these details. Next important thing, what can you bring to this university? So they also want to see, if you enroll or if you get selected, okay, other than you are studying your subject, what else can you bring to the university, how you are going to contribute. Okay, how you are going to contribute as a student. So you will say that I am a person. Then how to answer this question? So you need to tell the interviewer that you are also interested in extracurricular activity. So you are coming there uh, for the masters, okay, to study a particular program, but I am also interested in uh, be a member, okay, be a member of. So in the university there are a lot of forums, so you can say that I always lead from the front. So I'll also participate in those things, like different programs in the university. So I'll apply for those. I can become a leader and can lead a group of individuals. Okay. So I will do things that are beneficial for the university. So you can describe the extra activities you're interested in, like you can be a leader in the football team or a cricket team. I'm good in sports. So it's not important, it needs to be a skill, it can be anything else also. So you can also talk about your class time, that in the class is also how can I contribute, like you can have debate on various topics. So this is something that you do other than the studies. So you should, if you're coming to UK, so you should not only focus on the academic growth, but you should also focus on developing your personality, right? So you are coming here, you will be talking to different individuals with different mindset. So how you can also develop your personality here. What do you want to study? So once the interviewer is asking this question, what do you want to study, it's very important that you are clear in your mind for which program you have applied. You should know the name of the full course. Let us say MSc in cybersecurity and pen testing. So you should know that. This is a very common question which was asked to me also. So you should not fumble these things. So if you fumble, okay, or if you are in two minds, then the interviewer thinks, okay, before selecting you, whether this person is sure or not why he's coming here. He is not sure about the course he or she has applied for. So state the full name of the course, all brief also briefly express your interest in the topic, why you have applied for this course, why you're interested in this program. Okay, you should know about the modules and discuss about them in brief, like I like this module. There are various modules on the university website. You should know the name of 5 to 6 modules and name them, and then you can tell them how they're related to the subject you have already studied. Okay. Next is, what are your strengths? This is also a very common question. Okay. Some people ask it, some people do not, but it's very important that you know your strengths, and it's very important to also know what to say and what not to say. Sometimes people say things which are not strengths, okay? They look like your weakness. You should be 100% sure what you're saying in the interview. So that is the reason I say be prepared, okay? It's not that you need to by heart things, but you should look confident. You should know what you're speaking in the interview, okay? So select skills that are relevant to your core. So once you also talk about your strength, let us say I like reading things about networking, what's going into networking or cloud domain, okay, in the market. So I like reading these things. So that is the reason I have selected this course, because I'm very much interested in cybersecurity, pen testing, hacking, and all those things. Prepare some examples in advance. It's very important to prepare some examples whenever you talk about your strengths. Let us say you say I'm a smart worker, so you can give some example where you did smart work and you were able to finish things before time, how that smart work help you to achieve your goal. Next important thing, what are your areas of weakness? So once people ask you about your strength, they also want to know about your weakness, okay? So you need to be sure with both of them. It's very important to know how judgmental you are of yourself, okay? Your academic performance, the work life balance. They want to know that how you balance things, okay? So whenever you talk about your weakness, so pick your weakness wisely, okay? You should talk about the weakness, okay? If they're asking you about your weakness, you should not say, okay, I don't have any weakness, okay? That's not the right answer. So you should speak about something, but it should not look like it's a weakness. But sometimes once you say, let's say I say that whenever something is given to me, a project or something, I take time to understand things, then I do that. So it's not a weakness, it's a positive thing also. So you are taking time. It looks like sometimes you invest a lot of time to understand things, but on the other hand, it's very important that before making a decision, you understand what you're working on, right? So whenever you talk about your weakness, think twice. What are you saying in the interview, whether it's making sense, okay? And whether whatever I have said, that should not look negative, right? And be honest, okay? Don't try to make something by your own in the interview, okay? Be honest what you are speaking. Don't say that you are perfect, okay? Nobody is perfect. There is always something you don't know and you have to learn. So there is no harm in saying that I don't know this thing. Why should we offer you a place? That is also very important questions university people ask in the interview, okay? So it can be challenging sometimes, like why should we offer you a place, right? So this question also depends on the previous conversations you had during the interview. You should remember what we have said, okay? So recap the points you have already underlined, how to answer. So you should recap the points, not only points, but the important points you have already underlined, okay? That I have studied this course, I was a good student in this course, I have this much experience in this course, I am doing my masters. Other than studying the course, I will be doing extra things in the university, okay? I'm good in sports. So talk about the positive points which you have already underlined in the interview. Ignore any shortcomings. So if you discussed about any weakness, okay, in the questions that we discussed about, don't talk about those things again, okay? So you should always at the end discuss about the positive points. So ignore the shortcomings or the negative things that you discussed during the interview. So what is the summary that we discussed? What is the summary of that? So sometimes these university interviews may may like there are people who fail a lot of times in the interview, because there were a lot of people who asked me that I have failed twice and thrice. we, where are we making, why are we not getting selected? Okay, where are we making mistakes? So it's very important to understand that you need to practice. Okay, you need to go through the university website, be prepared. Okay, what are the questions that can be asked and how to answer those questions? Okay, so you should not fumble during the interview. That doesn't look good. So the person who is taking your interview thinks that the person is not interested. He's taking or she is taking things for granted. And keep in mind that you should you should look genuine. Be genuine, be honest. Okay, that will help you. If you try to say things that you have not done, or you're not that kind of person, so there is always a possibility of making mistake. So be genuine, be honest in the interviews. Okay, you should give a chance to the tutors that they should understand you. You should look genuine, that you are coming to UK as a student to study things. You're not coming to do something else. And try not to overburden yourself with pressure. Sometimes people put a lot of pressure on themselves. They read lot of other things, so they don't focus on important things, but they focus on non-important things. Okay, so this puts a lot of pressure on yourself. Be calm, read about the pointers that are on the university website, understand those things. Okay, then you can just write those points on a page. Okay, small points. You don't have to write paragraphs. And understand why you are going there, why you applied for this program, and what are the questions that can be asked. Okay, so if you also see, you can uh, go on the website of in university. Let us say I will talk about Brunel University, so inside London. So here you can see a lot of different options: study, subjects, campus life, research. So you can find all those things that can be asked related to the university on the website. So important things that are asked are: where is Brunel University located? Okay, if you are coming to UK, have you thought about the accommodation? So you can see what are the options of accommodation near Brunel University. Or if you have some friend in UK and you are going there, so you can say that I have a friend which lives near to the university, so I will be sharing the space with him or her for some time. Then I have looked for the options of accommodation in your university, so you can name those things. Okay, then they can ask you about library. What do you know about library, right? So they can also ask you about the different subjects. Okay, so you can say, yeah, there are a lot of I've gone to the university website. So university offers master's program in different subjects. My interest is mathematics, or your interest is computer science. So you should know about these things. I'm not saying that you should know all the things that are on the university website, but the things that are related to your subject that can be asked in the interview. So it's very important to go through these things and be prepared. Rest, don't take pressure. Be relaxed whenever someone is asking you something. Take 10 seconds, understand the questions, and answer accordingly. uh, i'll I'll say best of luck to all the students or to the people who have applied for the master's or undergraduate program, and I wish you all the best. We'll discuss about a lot of other things in the next video. I hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe, leave your comments if you did not like something.